this is the April 6th, 2020 regular meeting of the Pompey Town Board. It's 6:30 p.m. And we could say the Pledge of Allegiance to start.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And recorded. And just for the record, I will acknowledge that Sheila Larkin, Town Councilor, is here. I'm here, Renee Rotundo, Town Supervisor. Ann Christmas is here, Town Councilor. Carl Dennis, we have on audio, video. Carl?
Correct. Yeah, I can talk and I can hear you, but the picture won't work.
Okay. And then Tom Chartrand, our bookkeeper, is also present in video capacity. Tom Purcell, our highway superintendent, is present. And we think Judy is trying to connect, Judy McElhen and the other town council, but we're having some technical difficulties. So if she can join us, that would be great. Otherwise, I do believe we have enough for a quorum, and we can. So with that said, I would defer to Tom Chartrand for a bookkeeper's report.
Okay. On the monthly statement, that's our receipts and disbursements. The good news is our franchise fees came in for the first quarter about 2% above what we'd expected for budget, so that was very good news. We did receive our first half of the snow and ice removal money from the county. That was for the 2019-2020 winter snow plowing season, so that was great news for us. Our current spending to date on the main report, the general fund spending is at about 20% year to date. That's with the SOTs removed. When you add the SOTs payment that we made, we're at 60% year to date. So I thought the 20% is actually appropriate. And the highway spending is currently at 10% of the budget year to date. So we're in very good shape there, which means that the snow season wasn't terribly tough on us, other than the guys, but the materials wise, it wasn't too bad. So those were the only real things I had of excitement. We do have a transfer sheet to adjust one line item. And some of the areas I wanted to let you know about after reading the Association of Towns, we have three main areas that are our state aid, which are items that can be adjusted according to the state budget. The first one and the biggest one is our CHIPS program under the highway, where we have to go ahead and perform the work and submit documentation that it's been paid to the state for reimbursement. That's about 9%. Item is the AIM, the aid and maintenance. That's about 2% of our expected revenue. And that one, according to the original paperwork, it looked like it was going to be pretty solid. But if the counties aren't able to supply enough money to cover that AIM payment, the state can reduce that amount that's coming to us. The only good news about that is we never receive those funds until the very end of the year, December 31st. So hopefully we'll have a rebound in our economy and maybe in our sales tax by then, and we'll be able to be fully funded. The other one is this mortgage tax, and that is not really state aid. It's funds it's a tax on everybody that refinances or purchases a home within the town of Pompey, and we get a small percentage of that, but it is 8% of our budget. So I'm praying that with the record low mortgage rates we currently have, that a lot of people will be looking at refinancing at this point. So that would be helpful to us.
Those will count. The refi.
Yep. And the only other item that may be causing us some trouble would be the court fines, with the court being shut down for a month and a half currently. But we had a first couple of months came in very good. So hard to see where we're going with that one. But I just wanted you to be aware of roughly what the percentages are of our budget that could be affected by the state budget.
Do you know where we were at last year, roughly, for this shutdown time, numbers wise, or is that kind of hard to pick out? Like last year.
Well, it's the CHIPS money we wouldn't have received, the AIM money we wouldn't have received until.
No, the court fines.
Oh, court fines were ahead of court fines year to date from last year.
Okay.
By about $1,000.
Okay.
And we don't get our first mortgage tax until June. Our second one comes January 2nd or 3rd of the following year. So we never get that second half until very late in the year.
Okay.
And I think that's all I had, unless there were any more questions on the reports.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it does sound good. Sounds really good.
Sounds good. We're in excellent shape.
I realize the person we're missing also is Nikki, our clerk.
So Nikki is not coming to the meeting. She sent a text or something.
Doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just saying she did have a place on this report, and that's what made me. And I don't know what that light is.
I think that might be Judy trying to get in.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. So, Tom, do we want to
We're okay because we have a quorum.
general abstract and then the transfer? Okay.
Yeah, why don't you approve the monthly statement first?
Okay.
Make a motion that we approve the monthly statement of the supervisor as presented.
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
We can why don't we just follow the agenda? That way make it easier to do the minutes.
Okay.
Reconciliation of bank statements, the supervisor, the clerk, and the tax collector reconciliation came out later today.
Did everybody get a chance to see all three?
I did.
Yes.
Carl,
Second.
did you see? Okay.
Second.
So I would make a motion to approve the reconciliation of the bank statements.
I think Ian already did it and Carl seconded it.
Yes, that's right.
They got ya.
Sorry, Renee, we jumped the gun.
I heard Carl say second, but I never heard the motion. Okay.
He was kind of quiet.
Any discussion?
Nope.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
The next one would be the payment of the bills per the abstract.
I'll make.
Motion for payment of the bills for the abstract that was presented.
I'll second that.
Okay, Sheila seconds it. Any discussion? Did everybody get a chance to look at it?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
And the next one would be for the budget line transfer from police and constable to public information website.
Does everybody know what that's about?
Yes.
Okay, expenses in the, trying to get our website and, this is for the original one from last time, Tom, or no?
This is for,
Covered?
this covers the bills that are presented tonight, and it has enough extra in there to cover the contract that you entered into at the last meeting.
Okay. Okay.
Judy's having a problem getting on, and she's asking me to send her the link for this, and I can't do it while I'm sitting here with this. So it's not going to happen. Just so everybody knows. Okay.
I'll get back to the one that has the original link right on it.
Thank you.
So, the transfer of funds, enhanced services, police and constable to public information. Do I have a motion on that to do that?
So moved, yes.
Okay, a second?
Second.
Sheila seconded. Any discussion?
No.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. One thing on Nikki's, the clerk's report was the developer's fees. Apparently there was language, we did at the organizational meeting, approve continuing the fees from, last year, the same fees. And apparently there was a line or something left off of printed, the actual printed fee schedule. So that's been fixed, and I guess, Tim, the question is, do we need to like reapprove that? Would that be best practice to sort of like make a motion to approve the schedule as fixed? It doesn't change. I think it was that way last year, just somehow it wasn't on the fee schedule itself.
It wouldn't hurt to make that motion,
And Nikki did send us the schedule so that everybody had it. And I think the language that was missing was from the bottom of the left-hand column under subdivisions. There was language about for each additional lot there would be an additional fee plus a development fee deposit. So
I make that motion.
To accept the updated, corrected developer's fee schedule as submitted to us by our town clerk today.
I'll second that.
Okay. I don't know who, but we have a second. Any discussion?
Nope.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Our employees and also declared a state of emergency. And then the third, revise our insurance broker. So has everybody seen all three draft meeting minutes?
I've not seen the March 2nd one, but I have the rest of them right in my hand, yes.
Okay. You said, Carl, you haven't seen that one?
No, I haven't, no.
Did
Okay.
maybe Nikki only sent them to be put up on the website? I don't know.
That one is on the website, the March 2nd one.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen it, have Ann, you seen all three, and Sheila? So Carl, just don't vote on the March 2nd one.
Okay, you've got a quorum, take care of it, yes.
Yeah.
I make a motion to accept the minutes of March 2nd, March 18th, and March 29th.
I'll second that.
Any discussion?
No.
All those in favor of all three?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Carl, you're only,
Doing the 18th and the 29th,
okay,
yeah.
good. Okay, opposed, motion carried. So, as required by law, we need to extend our resolution on March 18th. We had it effective until today's date. I would suggest that there is no reason not to extend it, that we need to continue to pay our employees for the time being at least, and whether they're full-time or part-time, and also state of emergency. Would anyone like to make a motion to that effect, or do you want to have any discussion?
I'll make a motion for the extension of the resolution for payment of town employees.
Okay. I'll second that. Is there any discussion?
No.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
When are we extending it until?
Oh,
May 4th?
That will be our next.
Yep.
I know we were talking that, the county executive has extended it to April
Right.
9th, but we don't meet until
All right, so May 4th.
May 4th.
May 4th, okay.
So there's a second.
I need a second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. And then, would someone want to make a motion to continue the state of emergency?
I'll make a
motion
Oh.
that we extend the state of emergency until May 4th also.
Did I hear a second?
second.
Sheila seconded it. Sorry, Carl, should beat you.
You can have the next one, Carl.
Okay.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Well, we're on that topic right there. The May 4th is a public hearing scheduled down in Orin. We can't do a public hearing over the Zoom, can we? It would have to be canceled if we don't meet, I assume. Tim, what's your comment there?
Yeah, there's no way to hold a public hearing and have the public join us in this kind
Right.
of discussion.
Cancel.
So I would suspect that we'll cancel it unless the governor frees us to come back to work after April 29th. But
Someone would want to be ready to put the motion in the paper with a cancellation a week or 10 days before.
yeah,
I don't think that, our clerk I think she's got the notice ready to go, but it wouldn't be going in the paper until closer to the time, and hopefully then we'll have clarity on whether or not it's likely we can do it. Like here.
Okay, that's
I
what
have notified the lawyer, I copied you on that, Tim,
I see.
that, everything is up in the air. Whether or not we can have that hearing on May 4th is completely,
unlikely.
we just don't know. So, and he also is supposed to give notice to the residents in the area as well, so that would be impacted. So, there's a couple things that, we would need to have in place in order to do that hearing on May 4th, and I'm not sure that'll get accomplished, so. And we're going to be referring, and that's something I have to talk to you about, Tim, to county planning. But there's a couple of forms to be completed and, by the town, and we just need a little bit of guidance on making sure we do them properly. So, for the planning.
we can talk about it tomorrow. I can help you with them.
Okay. So, I think that the next thing on the agenda is ratification of payment of, IT services that, we incurred in March. And I think that requires a little bit of an explanation because, when we met last time on March 2nd, we were not aware, I don't think we were, or at least I wasn't, after that, at that meeting, that we had to do something on March 15th, or our current website was going to go down and we wouldn't have a presence on the internet. So, and given what's happened this past month, it would have been a disaster not to have a presence on the internet, as well as social media. So, Sheila worked very hard and found a good tech company to work with us to build a new platform for a new website for the town that is in the process of being I guess I would say updated. We had to migrate it over from the old website. There's a lot of things I don't understand that had to happen, but they all had to be done. We had to get all new email accounts. There were a lot of things that took place this past month, and so we have incurred some expenses that absolutely, if we needed to be incurred, even though the board didn't have an opportunity to weigh in on who we would use. And because the supervisor has the ability to pay a bill for services under $1,000, we have paid a portion of the work that's been done. I think 810. Is it, Tom?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so we did pay a bill just to be able, in good faith, to pay our vendor who really stopped everything to get us, make sure we could go live on our new website in a timely fashion. And that he has worked with us ever since the COVID virus hit, and we had to have a special meeting, and we needed all the live streaming and the video recording. So there was a lot that happened this past month. So we've also incurred additional expenses with the vendor.
One time.
A WebGeo. And that's a very important thing. Sheila, explain what you mean by one time.
Well, basically, they revamped our website in emergency, and it will be a one-time fee for what we paid, and going forward, that's why we pulled in Veronica, and she will help us maintain. So it was a one-time fee of this year to pull everything over and migrate to the .org, and we'll be saving money in the long run.
Okay.
So.
Sheila, I just got a request from somebody that's watching live. They would like your volume turned down. It's squealing when you talk.
Yeah, I already did that. Do I have to do it more?
That's because it just came through to me.
Yeah, I've had it on mine for a while. I can see it.
Okay. Well, I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't know.
You told me it was me squealing. I would have had no way to fix it. But, all right. So the bottom line is we have significant startup costs to move our technology into the 21st century in these first 3 months, but we've had significant improvements in our communications, and that's key, I think, for government, is to be able to communicate with people that you're serving. So I think it will prove to be money well spent, and that's partly the reason for the transfer of the funds from the police constable line, because we need to cover these expenses, and we will have money. We definitely will have money spent in that line this year, given the way we're using it. So I just would like the board to, I think we're calling it, ratify my payment to the vendor, which is WebGeo, which is the company, WEGIO, WebGeo, for the expenses like we've already paid them, and also to authorize approval of their IT services going forward with some sort of a written, whether it's a letter of proposal or a contract or whatever, that we have something in writing with them, and further payments to the extent necessary. So that's what I'm asking of the board. And I know we've done this a little bit backwards, but it was really unavoidable unless we didn't want to have
No website.
inform the town.
Well, why don't we break those into two resolutions? The first one would be ratify the supervisor's expense of $810 for payment to the company mentioned by the supervisor for services provided in March.
I'll make a motion to ratify the supervisor's payment of March IT services to WebGeo
Second.
In the amount of $810.
in the amount of $810.
And Ann seconded it. Any discussion? Any further discussion? Any questions of me? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Motion carried.
Then a motion to
Then it's,
continue to use WebGeo to finish to completion the website that they're rebuilding.
I'll make a motion to authorize WebGeo to approve further IT services and come up with a contract and further payment.
Seconded.
Carl seconded. Any discussion?
No.
Do you want to put in an amount not to exceed?
Well, I can tell you what we've. I don't actually know what that is, Tim. I know that we have two more. I got another bill from them today. They really have put in the hours this month, so we have about $5,500 more worth of expenses. That's excluding the $800 Chartrand, but not the other bill. So the combined outstanding total is, well, to be exact, we have a bill for $3,762.50.
That's approved on this abstract.
Yes, that's the one, and that's the one we transferred money for, correct?
Well, the 810 we also was covered.
Yes. And then we got an additional bill for $1,735. I do think there might be a payment on there that's there twice, so we need to double check that, and I'll forward that most recent bill to you, Tom, so you can take a look at it too.
I think that's sufficient. You explained what I don't think you need to.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you don't expect a lot more work.
No. In fact, we had a training session, some of us, and we're able to. We'll be able going forward to do some of the management of the website ourselves. That's really a lot of what they did for us on an emergency basis in March. Was the things that we weren't able to be trained and get up to speed on yet.
Okay, that's good. Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's all good. So, where were we?
Motion and a second.
The second, okay. And discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay. And I can't say enough about their service. We were a new client, and they just took us under their wing and did everything we needed to have done. Really,
We're lucky.
last minute for a lot of it because everything was happening so quickly.
Yeah.
The last couple of weeks. Actually, one other thing after the resignation, but I did get an email today from our janitor saying that he can no longer, because of COVID virus, come up and do the town hall because he has a son who's compromised and he has no one to watch him, and we can't bring him out and bring him up to the town hall. So we are in need of a new janitorial service, and maybe that is the way to go, is to find a service. I have to give a shout out to Judy McElhenny, because she did come up today and clean off all the surfaces at the town hall, above and beyond the quality, but appreciated. So I guess should we make a motion to accept his resignation?
Yes.
Yes.
Please forward the email so I have it for civil service.
Okay.
I will make a motion that we accept Will Lowe's resignation as custodian.
Second that. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. And I just have to say one thing about COVID-19. Our town has 15 cases as we speak, and have the worst number for 10,000 of any in the county by far. So please, people, take precautions and social distance, and don't go out unless you have to. The fact that we have 20.6 and the second cases per thousand, the second closest town is DeWitt consider how many more people are in DeWitt, and they have 12.5 cases per thousand. So we are really doing well with keeping distance. So I just felt the need to point that out. And I put that on the I put public comment on, but again, it's not it's not really an option we can use when we're doing meetings this way. So I wrote temporarily suspended on the agenda. Is that okay, Tim?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And
So that's all I have. Does anybody else on this call have anything? Tom Purcell, we really haven't heard from you, but you want to say anything about what's going on with the highway?
I just want to let the residents know out there that we are on a really skeleton crew, so have patience with us on road sweeping, which we did get a couple weeks done in March, the second week and third week of March. And the snow markers, people usually, when grass cutting time, they can go on, but we'll be out there as much as we can, but I have a skeleton crew, so that's all I wanted to know.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, would anyone like to make a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Second. And all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. We are adjourned.
Stay healthy, everybody.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.